I'm Nathan Tanner. Welcome to the Not Your Parents Workplace Show, where each week I share one lesson that will help you grow your career. This is episode 7, and today we're going to explore the worst career advice and what you should do instead. Before we dive in, I want to share that the Not Your Parents Workplace Show, which started on YouTube, is now available on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. So you can check this out on whatever medium you'd prefer. Okay, let's jump in. The most popular career advice that's out there is that you should follow your passion. Do what you're most passionate about. Do what you love. Find something that you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life. You hear it all the time. I found this to be the worst career advice for two reasons. First of all, your passion is likely not static. It will change. As a 7-year-old boy, my dream, my absolute dream, was to play Major League Baseball for my hometown team, the Anaheim Angels. At age 12, my passion was eating candy bars and playing video games. I loved Mario Kart and Madden football. In high school, I thought that maybe I wanted to be a doctor, but that didn't stick. See, our passions tend to evolve as we get older. Life changes, and so do our interests. The second reason why follow your passion is bad advice is that most people don't actually have a singular passion that drives them. Over the years, I've been a career coach to countless people and have found that the majority, more than 90%, don't have a sole passion that drives them. But everyone tells you to follow your passion, so you devote immense time and energy into the process and are stressed if you don't find something that you love all the time. Okay, so what do you do instead? Number 1, hit pause on pursuing your passion. Yes, you heard that right. Stop pursuing your passion, at least for now. Take that energy and invest it in being amazing in your current field. Here's why. Cal Newport, a computer science professor and the author of So Good They Can't Ignore You, argues that to be happy in your career, you should focus more on developing skills rather than on pursuing a passion. Newport found that the strongest predictor of an employee seeing their work as deeply meaningful and a part of their identity was, wait for it, yes, the number of years spent on the job. Pretty crazy, huh? In other words, the more experience you have, the more likely you'll love your work. So, if you haven't already found your passion, and if you're still here, I can guarantee that you haven't, focus now on becoming exceptional in your current field. You're bound to find enjoyment from your work if you're excelling. The data show that it really is that simple. The better we are at something, the more we'll love it. Number 2, become a double or triple threat. Scott Adams, creator of the Dilbert comics and someone who's become quite controversial as of late, believes that you have 2 paths to become very successful. The first is to become the best at one specific thing. That's the Michael Jordan. Number 2, become very good, the top 25%, at 2 or more things. He argues that the first strategy, that Michael Jordan strategy, is incredibly difficult, but the second one is relatively easy. We all have a few areas in which we could be in the top 25% with some effort. Adams, for instance, is good at drawing and comedy. He's not the best artist, nor is he the funniest person in the world. But the combination of these 2 skills have made him a very successful comic. Throw in the fact that he understands business. He actually has an MBA from Berkeley, and you have a rare talent. Adams is a triple threat. When I made the unconventional career change from finance to HR, I was concerned that the quantitative skills that I had painstakingly honed as an investment banker might be wasted in a field that seemed to largely reward soft skills. But I found the exact opposite to be true. Being good at numbers has helped me bring a data-driven approach to the field. which has made me a more complete HR professional. All those years building financial models have paid off, and I now possess a unique combination of skills that hopefully sets me apart. You don't need to have a singular passion. Develop multiple areas of strength. All experience matters. And even if you don't love what you're doing right now, the skills you're refining today may lead to a unique competitive advantage down the road. Number 3, choose company over function. When deciding on a career path, most of us by default initially focus on a specific job function, such as marketing, finance, or something else. But if you're not sure what it is that you ultimately want to do, take the opposite approach. Instead, focus on the type of company you'd like to work for, not necessarily the kind of work that you'd like to do. Why? Well, like it or not, your career success is tied to your company's success. As venture capitalist and Stanford professor Andy Rachleff puts it, you get more credit than you deserve for being part of a successful company, and less credit than you deserve for being part of an unsuccessful company. Everyone wants to recruit or back people from successful companies because they know that they carry the lessons of success with them. Like it or not, there's a halo effect that comes from working at a high-performing company. This may not be fair, but I know of several recruiters who reference a candidate's previous company as one of the reasons why they were hired. Choosing company over function may be counterintuitive, but it's an approach worth considering. If you're at a successful company that's growing today, but you don't really love what it is that you're actually doing, there's a good chance that you can network on to a different team. New opportunities will arise, and you can raise your hand when they're looking for someone, even if you don't have experience in that area. Okay, let's recap. If you have your passion, great, go for it. But I'm guessing you're probably struggling to pinpoint it as much as the next person. So, number 1, hit pause on pursuing your passion. Remember, the more experience you have in your field, the more likely it is that you'll love what you do. Number 2, become a double or triple threat. Focus on being above average in multiple areas, which will make you exceptional on the whole. And number 3, when looking for a job, choose company over function. Like it or not, your perceived individual success is linked to your company's success. Following these 3 pieces of advice may not lead to an overnight discovery of your passion, but it will put you on a path to a career filled with meaning and success. Okay, here's the challenge for this episode. Pull out a piece of paper. Remember, real business is done on paper. And make a list of all the skills that you currently possess. Next, identify the skills you'd like to develop or continue to invest in. Finally, think through how the combination of all these skills will make you exceptional. In short, identify how you can become a triple threat. That concludes another episode of the Not Your Parents' Workplace show. Thank you for joining. Make sure that you hit subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode, where I will share a simple tool that will help you prevent anger from destroying your career. See you then.